How you guys doing? Welcome back to Rudy Nutrition. This is gonna be this video is gonna be over Jose's third session. In this session, we kind of just basically just kind of double down on the 80%. Jose told me he was doing pretty well and he's been feeling a lot better with how he's been eating and his portion control. Other than that, I gave him some homework to do for the week to try to pick up his daily activity. He's been doing pretty well with his progression. I'm very proud of him for how he's been doing, and he's been trying to watch his portions very carefully. Other than that, go ahead and watch the rest of the video to see what we go into detail on, and thank you guys again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
So let me be honest right off the bat. I did not get on my machine. Don't look at me, Rudy. Don't look at me.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry.
So the first 3 days, I should have done it, but I was like, I'll do it later. Come Monday, I got new furniture, and so we moved some stuff. And even though I'm getting used to doing stuff, moving furniture is still hard. Like it's heavy.
Yeah.
I was a little tired that day. And the last 2 days, I have been feeling iffy. I don't know if it's because it's been like chillier outside,
Yeah, maybe.
but I felt more of like it's because me and my sister were talking. We're like, I feel like if I have like the sniffles, like if I have the chills, like I don't know what it is. That's why I'm wearing like a long sleeve right now, even though I just showered. I don't even have my fan on, and I feel chilly. Like, so that was my mistake. Like, I admit that I should have just done it from the get-go, but the last 3 days were not good. Last night, I might have done something that was also been a bad thing, but I used to eat because I used to stay up at night, like late at night, wake up early to go to work, and then I would still go to work. I would get out of work and then go back to sleep. So I would eat like at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm talking about eating. But I stopped doing that for like since we started with you. Except last night, around 9 or 10, I was getting ready to go to sleep. I didn't feel well. And I was like, I think I need to eat something. I ate 3 oranges. Felt a little better. Tried going to sleep. I could not fall asleep. And my stomach kept growling. I kept having nausea and headaches. So I got up, made a little bit of frijoles with rice. But not as much. Like I still scaled everything down. I ate just a bit where I felt full, but not like, oh, I'm full. And that was it. Like I came back. I tried to go to sleep again. I was still having trouble. I think it's because I had just eaten, but it felt much better.
Yeah.
And that is something that I did not. I think I might have realized. Because when I first started with you, I told you that I would only eat 2 meals a day, but I would eat big meals. Well, I've been eating smaller meals, and yesterday was probably the first day where I had at 10 a.m. I had a salad because I wasn't hungry right away. Closer to 2 or 3, I had like a long Subway, and all of that was within 4 to 5 hours. Well, come like where I'm supposed to have dinner, it's like 6 or 7 hours because I forget what I'm doing in the afternoon and I don't eat. And I think that is something I need to work on now.
So that happened yesterday, you're saying?
Well, it's like the day before, so Tuesday, I felt the same, but I had half a melon. Not like the orange, it's like a half a melon, which is nothing but fruit. So it was just easier for me to eat that. And I think I had told you that I had started eating like melons because we had extras at night. So it wasn't until yesterday where I tried eating like at an earlier time, which I felt weird about because I'm not used to eating at an earlier time. I'm used to eating like when I'm hungry, and then No, I was just used to eating till I filled up big time, and then I'll eat again at night till I fill up again, like those, because I'm eating out like a a meal and then a meal a couple of hours, like 4 or 5 hours later.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like I'm having 3 meals instead of two now.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you, man.
I, that is something that it didn't really hit till last night. Now the importance of me having to like, hey, it's been 4 or 5 hours. You got to eat something again. You can't wait 6 or 7 hours and then I'm feeling like super horrible. Like if I haven't eat, like when you
Hmm.
have just haven't eaten, and I'm
Yeah.
all cranky, and it's like I'm ready to just eat a lot of something, and that kind of hit me last night.
Okay. There's nothing to dwell on. It's happened to me too, where because especially like with work and stuff, we get kind of like busy.
Mhm.
Like at work, I go in like at 3 and I don't get out till like maybe 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
So it's hard to like be eating. And then I know when I get home from work, I eat too. But I try to just limit myself to what I'm eating, so I'm not eating like a bunch of stuff. It's just like a little bit.
and that's kind of what I did. Like I made myself 2 or 3 tortillas, a little bit of rice, a little bit of beans, and then I ate that. But well, I mean, I was proud of myself because as I was eating, I was like, I'm kind of full, and I was looking at my plate, but my plate's empty. That means I'm finally getting used to making less of whatever
Yeah.
I'm eating, serving myself less, and just getting used to the whole less.
Yeah, and that's good, dude, because you're actually changing how your stomach's going back down in size.
Yeah.
So your
At,
stomach's getting fuller faster.
at the same time, I know last time we talked, I'm telling you, like I'm trying to stay up, like being more active around my stuff, like
Uh-huh.
off my desk more. Well, I also doing that instead of just sitting down. So I'm also, burning a little more energy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and since you're burning more energy, you're gonna be wanting to eat more, and you're already getting used to your body telling you when you're full and when you're not full. So you're doing good on that aspect, and I really would just want to kind of focus on the good things you're doing. Because if we all focus on the bad, it's just gonna keep piling up, and we're just gonna get down.
Yeah, and I think I just need to start. That's the only thing I feel like I need to work on at the moment, and that is making sure I eat at the right times.
Yeah,
Somehow,
yeah,
what?
and it's not necessarily at the right times. It's just to when you're 80% full, you stop, and then they say like in when you get hungry again, you eat again to you're 80% full.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that makes sense.
No, no, it's kind of like when you're like in school, they give you breakfast.
Uh huh.
You don't eat till like 3 or 4 or 5 hours later when you have
Yeah.
lunch, and then you go home 3 or 4 or 5 hours later, and either you eat when you get home or you eat like in an hour or two
Uh huh.
after you get home. But you have a certain time. See, I'll
Yeah.
I'll, I'll have something similar, except come dinner time, it's already like 9 or 10.
Mhm.
So instead of waiting an hour or two longer, I waited like 4 or 5 hours, and so
It was 1 in the morning,
yeah,
and that yeah.
like I tried, like I had my 3 oranges. I felt a little better because I was like, I want to try eating like a fruit. I don't want to eat something heavy, so I tried. I went to sleep, but I wasn't feeling well as I was sleeping, and then
Uh
I
huh.
was like, I can't sleep, and I got up, I made some food, ate, and I went back to bed. And I know it's not the best thing. They always tell me like, don't eat and then go to bed, but I felt better in the sense that like my head wasn't like hurting as much. I wasn't
Yeah.
having the feeling where I was nauseating, and my stomach wasn't bothering me either.
Yeah, and if it's better for you to do that instead of waiting till the next morning, because then the next morning you would have ate more than what you did at night.
Yeah, and it's just that. And I mean, I always tell my friends, I was like, oh man, I'm having breakfast. They're like, what, at 10 a.m.? That's more like brunch, like, or lunch. And it's like that is something that I've tried to working on now.
Uh huh. It's like I've said before. It doesn't really matter what time you eat, just if you're eating, and not overstuffing yourself.
Honestly, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because I know I used to think too, like, oh, I gotta eat this time, this time, this time, and I had to stop eating like at let's say 8. I can't eat after 8 p.m. But then it's like it's good in a way, but at the same time it's not good because you're limiting yourself. So then after 8, if you're super hungry, and then you don't eat until the next morning for breakfast, and then for breakfast you eat like 3 tacos or something, or 4 tacos, and then you're like
Mm.
overly stuffed. So then it's like a whole cycle that you're not breaking because of the you're limiting yourself to when you should eat.
Which in my case, it's not like I'm like stuffing my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to teach you right now, to control your hunger so
Yeah.
you're not overeating.
And honestly, I'm actually very proud on that aspect, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too, dude.
I have been seeing myself serve myself less, and even now, if I'll get something like I'll serve a big scoop, and then I'm like, and I'll pour it, and then I'm gonna go for my second big scoop, and I'm like, wait, okay, let's just add a tiny bit,
Hmm.
and then like it sounds weird saying it like that, but like that my old way was just like grab two big scoops of whatever,
Yeah,
and then you would eat that. And I was
yeah,
like, I'm good. Now it's like I am thinking about the portions that I'm eating, and I'm like, uh, okay. And then I won't deny there's moments where like I like to indulge. If I had fajita and I had like a little extra, like an extra one or two pieces, but
uh-huh,
more like 2 to 3 pieces, but they were like small. But like I told myself I was like, okay, yeah, you're gonna indulge in that. Don't
hmm,
pretend you're not.
yeah,
But even then, like I had made sure that everything else was like, okay, size down. I I try to. We just got tortillas, like flour tortillas, like fresh. So I've had to avoid eating like I used to like heat up like 5 or 6, and then even if I didn't eat all of them, I would eat them because I don't want to. They don't
you don't want
heat
to
up
waste
as
them.
well. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that and then they get they once you heat them up and they get cold again, they're
Yeah,
not
they're
as
done.
good. And then
Yeah,
so what I do is like now it's like I'll make 2 or 3,
uh-huh,
and if I want more, was either I'll get up and do another one, or I'll just like okay, I'm done.
yeah, yeah, and that's good, man. I'm very proud of you, because you've been like actually talking to yourself throughout the days and telling yourself when you're full and when you're not full, how much to put, how if you see yourself putting more, you put less.
Mhm. That's the big thing I have been doing, and I feel proud on that one. It's like I look at what it's because I look at that like how much am I serving? It's too much, too little. You know what? Let's bring it down. If I want more, and I've started doing that. Like if I want more, I'll get more.
Yeah.
I was like I'd rather come back for a second round,
Hmm.
but at least I already had once, and I can kind of tell if I'm where I'm at.
Yeah.
And on the second ball, I'll probably be like, okay, just a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
And it's
Capote.
I mean, I'm looking forward. Thank you. Seeing how I don't know if I'll lose a lot of weight, but I don't think I'm gonna gain weight because it's not like I'm not indulging like before.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, my family looked at me yesterday like 3 oranges. I see you. I was like, I'm trying to eat better. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, they're gonna see you and they're like, "Oh, if Sis doing, I could do it too."
Yeah, and it's just that like it's just eating small things, a little bit better. That's about it. I mean, I still feel bad. I didn't do my workout.
Nah, dude, don't feel bad about that, because I mean, there's always this week, next week. Let's hold on. What time is it? 1:41. Okay.
Honestly, yeah. And then I woke up this morning
Uh-huh.
and I was like, it's a little chilly outside, but I need a shower to be awake. Well, because I was good. Like when I wake up, go to work, I'm good. Like I'm golden, I'm solid. Somehow my body's accustomed from when I was a STEMs. We're like, hey, you're waking up at 7 in the morning. Let's go, and I'm good
Yeah.
to go. I'm good to go to do whatever. But once I'm out, it's like dead.
Hold on. I want to try. I'm trying to find what is it though? Why? It's a crazy question. Trying to find a worksheet to help you um get on the treadmill. Because I mean, it doesn't really like it matters if you get on, right? But it's not like I want to force you to get on, because it has to be something you want to do for you, for yourself.
I do want to get on. I think part of that, a part of me was afraid. Honestly, if as far as being afraid, I think what really got me was like I don't want to be there for an hour. I felt like I was gonna get bored quick.
Uh huh.
I was like, and I thought of just doing 30 minutes, but last night I just wanted to sleep early, wake up early, keep that routine,
Yeah.
you know?
What you can also try doing is just get on for 5 minutes. Okay, let's forget this whole page. This whole page it's not really.
Okay. I can get out for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's all I want. Just 5 minutes.
I can do that. Everyone's gonna look at me weird, but I can do 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
Okay.
Because 30 minutes, like it's not like a hard goal to get, but 30 minutes seems like a little more. I don't know if you see like as a waste of time because you said or you get bored in those 30 minutes.
More of like as I'm doing something, I've gotten so used to just like if I'm at my desk, I multitask,
Uh-huh.
regardless of what it is. But when I'm walking, there's times where I'm just walking and I'm in the flow, and I don't realize the time. And there's times where I'm like I'm doing something and I know for a fact that I'm gonna get called on the phone or someone's gonna need me in a little bit for something,
Yeah.
and so it's like just me waiting till they need me until like there's the clock, you know. And so that led me to like okay, well, like I would get this. It's just more of like it leads me to getting on and then just waiting for like 5-10 minutes before someone has to make me get off because they need something.
Yeah. So let's go through your day. You wake up around what time?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. And what do you do after you wake up?
I get dressed and go to work.
And you work there at home, or you go to like somewhere else?
No, I because I work as a provider, so I go to a person's home.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Um, and how long do you work?
About 5-6 hours a day.
So from what time to what time?
Normally from 9 to 2.
9 to 2. Okay. And then after 2, when you get out, what do you do?
Normally I would go home, or I would chill for an hour, or then go home. Or I'd go home and then sleep.
So from you wake up 7, 8, go to work from 9 to 2, and then you get home so around like 3, and then you go to sleep. How long do you sleep?
No, I would sleep till 6 or 7.
And have you been sleeping like these past couple of weeks after work?
No, I've been avoiding that.
Okay. So let's take sleep out of the equation then, because you haven't done that since we started. So from 2 to after 3, what do you do when we started?
Honestly, it depends. Like, I'll do some cleaning at my home for like an hour, or I'll run errands, and then towards the evenings, I play video games with the guys.
Uh-huh.
So that's usually what it is. That's usually my evenings.
Okay, and
I mean,
how
'cause
long in the morning? How long does it take to get ready?
it depends on the night.
So what you're saying is that it
I,
depends
I
on
should be
on how late you sleep, on how late you fall asleep.
I should be I guess a bit more clear. I'm not a morning person.
Uh-huh.
I'm not like
Okay.
I'm not, bro. You see, like you see people who drink coffee. I would need to take like 10 cold showers, or you need to dump me in a cold pool, and then I might wake up,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like the reason, and that's what I was telling you, like because whenever I would do stuff with STEM, like I developed the ability to like, okay, you wake up and you have the energy to do what it is you need to do.
Uh-huh.
But if you give me if I wake up and I'm doing nothing but chill, waiting there for something, I'm dying. I'm falling asleep. But if you give me a tasks, I'm good. I'm golden. Like I know what to do. I know what I got to do. That's me in the morning. Like
And where is your treadmill? Is it in the garage, in a different room, in the house,
it's in the kitchen.
in the kitchen? Okay. Is anybody awake when you wake up?
I mean, only one. Not really. I can get on.
Yeah.
I'm just not a morning person. Like, and I know for a fact I can't drink coffee and go work out. I don't think that's something I'm normal.
Uh-huh. Okay, so look, like you said, with stems, you'll be able to wake up because they gave you a task. So I want you to give yourself a task to wake up and walk. Don't do anything else but walk
I can try that.
for
I
5 minutes. That's all
I
I want,
will
5 minutes.
I will try that. I will wake up this morning. I mean, either way, I'll try to wake up just a little half an hour earlier, just so I can wake up, and then get on.
Uh-huh.
That's probably the hardest thing you've given me to do.
I
I'm
know.
not. I'm like mornings for me. It's so weird. Like once I'm doing something or like I have to go do something, like when I'm driving to work and I'm at work and I'm like, let's go, energy.
Yeah.
But what that hour or half hour before I even get up of bed and get out the door, it's like.
Yeah, because honestly, it's the hardest part for me too, getting out of bed. But I know that I need to work out in the morning because during the day something else might pop up that I need to take care of, and then I won't have time
Yeah,
to go to the gym.
yeah, and it's exactly what happens.
And I know that because that happens to me all the time. Like when I would go because I used to like going to the gym like at 9 at night or like at
Yeah,
7, but then it'd be like, oh, okay, well I gotta go do this, I gotta do homework that's due today or something. And now since I wake up like at 6:30 because Maya wakes up, so then when she leaves, I leave to go to the gym. So it's easier, and I've always been like a morning person for some reason. I don't know why.
funny enough, that is a bit of what did towards the end when I was still doing my treadmill. That is something I did happen to me where I would be like, okay, I'm gonna work out at 6 or 7, and they're like, okay, are we playing? Are we doing this and that? And so I would be like, I guess I can work out after.
Yeah,
Then we would play, and sometimes I would like there for 3 or 4 hours, just playing hard. It's even though it's just a computer, like I mentally tire myself out
uh huh.
because I'm like looking at something, I'm
You're
thinking like
focusing, and then your eyes are getting tired from the screen.
just the fact that I'm focusing hard, and I get off, and it's like okay, what's next? That
Yeah,
that one part, I never thought it was like. I mean, it's not. I'm seeing it'll obviously never be the same as like actually doing not 100% doing something physical, but it still tires you out.
uh huh.
Um, but that would happen, and I'm like, I'm just gonna shower and go to sleep, and that happened enough, and that part of that led to me being like, okay, I never got back on because at night, it's usually when people are off, people are free,
Yeah,
and we want to do something.
I get you, dude. Don't worry. I've been there. It sucks, but I've been there, man. Don't worry. So that's all I'm asking. Wake up, 5 minutes. I'm not saying 30, 20 an hour. Just 5 minutes.
Once every day.
Just start with once, and then we'll go from there.
Okay,
And
I
then
can do that.
and then if you see how easy it is, just for 5 minutes, do it again the next day.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
And if you don't, it's okay. I'm not gonna get mad or anything. Don't worry.
I'll be disappointed for the both of us.
All I'm asking is 5 minutes, and just keep doing what you're doing with the eating 80%.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one I can definitely do. That one I feel
Yeah.
better. Actually, I was thinking, I was like, what am I gonna eat today? And I was like, what can I pick up? And then I was like, whatever you pick up, you can't get your usual size. You got to bring it down. You got to make sure it's different foods. And I was like, I'm just gonna go home and eat beans. Honestly, that was my initial. I was like, I'm gonna make more rice and finish the rest of the beans. I was like, I'm probably gonna do that.
Uh-huh.
It's because sometimes like trying to think of like, okay, eat less, but you can't eat the like varying it up, like the green, eating the wheel. There you go. Try to eat the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Is
The rainbow?
yeah, try to eat the rainbow, but eating the rainbow with takeout is not that easy
Yeah.
because there's not a lot of rainbow. There isn't. It's like okay, options, none.
But yeah, dude, because I mean, you've been doing awesome in that aspect of the not eating more than we should be.
Yeah, and it feels nice. It's
Yeah.
just that it's just that like at night I'm having to like my dad had offered like, hey, I'm gonna make something because sometimes I'll be with them at night and they'll be like, do you want something? I'll be like, yes, and I'll eat that. And I won't deny that sometimes I'll eat fast, but it's like just 2 eggs. Like
Yeah.
I'll eat 2 eggs, like, and I don't get upset as much because it's definitely a small quantity. Like yes, I ate it fast, but it's not like I'm gonna get another 2 eggs and no, like that's it. Like that's all I'm eating.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very proud of you for that, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're taking my advice, and I feel like I see a change. I see some change.
It is like it's just right now what I'm personally trying to change my routine, like my daily routine as far as how I do stuff, and I'm like it's more of like adding what you're teaching me into that
Yeah.
routine.
And then
And I get
if you do start the walking, you'll see that might wake you up in the morning because your blood's gonna get flowing and you're gonna be able to think clearer
yeah.
and you won't feel all that hazy fog and stuff.
The only thing that always worries me about doing stuff in the morning is that I feel like I'm tired during the day because I just like, I worked out. You get me?
Yeah.
That's always worried me.
Yeah, it happens, but you'll see that as you're eating better, it won't be that harsh of a thing.
Okay.
And especially since
I'm
it's just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, buddy. Just 5 minutes.
I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna do it.
It might you might be a little like sluggish in the first maybe week or two, but then after that your body's gonna get used to it, and your body's gonna want it and then maybe like in 2 weeks I could do 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But just don't get discouraged, man. If you don't want to walk, don't walk. If you're not ready, don't walk yet. But I see you're crushing like the eating, so I want
Yeah.
to try to add something else in there too.
No, that one, like I can tell you, I feel really good on that aspect.
Yeah.
I've seen myself. And I think that alone is already a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, my friends would get upset at me because I would make like a small ribeye steak or two at night, and they're like, "You're eating in the middle of the night." I was like, "Yes, but I'm gonna be up for another 2 hours." They're like, "Still, you're eating a lot," and I was like, "Yeah, well," and then I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, like, if I make a steak, I'll make like one. I'll try to make like one, and if I can, if I make another one, I usually try to be like, okay, where's the smallest one I can find? It's and I'm looking at myself. I was like, don't lie to yourself. I'm like, I'm not lying to myself. Like, let's be honest. The old me would have found the two biggest ones, would have made the two biggest ones, and I would have ate the two biggest ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be that person.
Yeah, doing that.
But
You're trying to change.
At the same time, I'm also not gonna be like, okay, cut out everything and think like, no. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll eat the big one, and then the small one, I'll get it, and I'll get like half, and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna. And I was like, that is what has been helping.
Yeah.
That I'm eating slow, and I'm not serving. It's just serving less and less.
And you still haven't taken the picture?
I looked at my boobs, my band boobs, and my phone broke. That's the excuse. That's the best answer I'm gonna give you, Rudy. The phone broke.
Just try to take a picture, man, because it's like honestly, it's like motivating. Because when I see myself from January 1st to now, it's like it keeps me going because I want to see how far I can get.
I'll see if I take a picture right now. But even I don't like looking at myself naked right now. I'm too fat.
Like I told you not to do it naked. Take it with that shirt on if you want.
Okay, I'll try.
And you're not gonna weigh yourself till next week, you said, right?
Actually, I probably should wait. Wait, no, because this is our third meeting, right?
Yeah.
So I probably won't weight myself till next weekend.
Okay.
Dude, I don't even remember how much I weigh.
341, I think.
Okay, I need to keep that number.
I have it in my notes. Don't worry. Yeah, 341.
I'm gonna try to weight myself after this.
All right,
but I'll let you go only because I know you mentioned you have to go and I have to go.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No. Remind me, again by Saturday. Ask me. Actually, wait till Monday night just to give me because Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday are party days.
Yeah, but Monday and Friday and Monday are still work days, so those are more like strict days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
keep up the good work, man. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text me or call me if you have to.
No, definitely. I mean, because I've been doing so well with eating, honestly when I think about it, I was like, what would Rudy say? That's usually my goal right now. It's like my mentality. Like, what would Jesus do? It's like, what would Rudy do? But it's the truth. Like,
yeah.
Am I eating right? Am I not? And I'm also like, I was like, Rudy's probably not gonna get mad, but it's not like I'm cheating Rudy. It's like I'm cheating myself.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so I'm thinking of that. Like, I'm telling you, even now, I'm thinking of getting takeout in a bit. But I'm like, okay, if you are gonna do that, you have to. And I tell myself, you have to think properly what you're gonna get. Make sure it has a bit of the rainbow.
Yeah.
And definitely size it down. You're not. I'm not getting. And I'm actually thinking of getting like before I would get like a big one. Now I'm getting mediums. I'm thinking get a smaller one. Get
Yeah.
like the small version of whatever it is. Like take the normal version, the people like the Rudy version. I say Rudy version, but it's like the people version. Like if I went to Raising Cane, I'd be like, give me the one with the 4 tenders and the 2 sides and the 2 Texas toes. Now it's like the 3 tenders with the 1 side and the 1 chest.
Damn, dude.
Like yeah, it's just like that's the normal. Honestly, I ordered KFC a couple. Oh, I told you last week. I was like, I ordered KFC just like that. Like I'm
Uh huh.
eating those for like what I consider normal people to eat.
Yeah, that's good, man. And then after all those little things are just keep adding up to less and less, and then next thing you know, you're gonna be a superstar.